welcome back to the Hobby Lodge. So today I've got an unboxing of something that is available for pre-order for the game called Dystopian Wars. Now this has been very kindly sent to me by the team over on tabletop.com. An amazing website, great community. If you do nothing else, if you're in this hobby, go over there, create a free account and just get involved with the community. The forums, the Discord, the picture sharing of your painted miniatures, your discussion around all things in the hobby. Of course, there's a shop. Of course, there's also what's called a backstage pass for some of the entertainment stuff that goes on. But frankly, you can get an awful lot out of it by just going over and getting involved in the community. And I've been part of that community for 5-6 years at this point. Probably actually, yeah, maybe even 7. Crikey, yeah, 2015 about when I got involved. So yeah, time flies. Yeah, they've sent me this to take a look at, and it's for a game I'm just sort of stepping into. Like it's not one I have a great load of experience about. I have another faction that I'm going to be building and playing, and this is the other one that we will be putting together. So this is the Empire, so Dystopian Wars. It's a 15 mil, I believe I'm right in saying that, 15 mil epic ship naval battle game. So you play out on the open seas, and you are these huge factions with huge war machines. It's an alternate late 19th century time. So it's steampunk. It's a bit Tesla technology. It's just really awesome sort of look and feel to it. Um, yeah, it looks like a really cool game, and one for those of us that own kind of big C mats like I have one over there on the table. I don't often get to use it because I don't play many games in this kind of world. I'm looking forward to getting this on the table and having a play with it. So yes, I believe the Congo for the Empire is a brand new set that's come out. It's available for pre-order. Go and check it out. So. And for UK, Whaling Games, go and check it out on there. They do really great prices, and obviously back in the War Cradle Studios as well. So yeah, let's have a look at this game. Sorry, I should have mentioned Dystopian Wars is a game by War Cradle Studios. Just so you know where to go and find it if you're interested in it. But Google, if you just go into Google and Google Dystopian Wars, you'll find it. Oh, it's one of these slide cases ones. I like these. I don't know why I like these, but when you take the sleeve off, you get kind of these nice presentation boxes. They had this with the Wild West Exodus. You get like a wood grain box, and this one is the box where you've got the kind of cool looking symbol for the game. But in this, it's kind of a stained oiled metal from the side of a ship. It's kind of cool. It's a little thing, but it is a nice thing, yeah. Yeah, you can store your bits and pieces in here once you're finished. So yeah, quite like the box. That's a nice little box. Right, so it isn't resin, so that's interesting. So the other faction I have is maybe because it's an older style, is in the resin, but clearly with the newer stuff, they're going into the hard plastic. Oh, actually, there still is a resin chip on top, so there we go. It's a bit of a mix. A couple of bases in there for the stuff that does go on the base, but let's have a look at this then. Ooh. So crikey, this is a big old shit. Now remember, this is 15 mil. So in the actual world, this is huge. Actually, maybe this isn't 15 mil. I'm wrong. Uh, I need to check. I don't think this is 15 mil because this would be even larger than this. So I'm wrong on that, and I apologize for being wrong. But it's a miniature for sure. um, yeah, this is really cool. Because there's no way, even 15 mil, there's no way anyone's operating these guns. I'm gonna have to guess that maybe, I don't know, 10 mil, 6 mil. I need to find out. Maybe I'll put a box on the screen that tells you exactly what it is. It doesn't really matter. It's a freaking awesome game. And the nice thing about playing it, I've never really gotten into smaller scale games. Like the common one, like Games Workshop, is 28 mil, right? That sort of stuff. The nice thing about going a smaller scale, it's like you zoom out on a battle. Imagine you're playing an RTS game on the PC or something, and you hit the old wheel on the old mouse and scroll out so you can see everything that's going on in these huge epic battles. That's what it feels like when you play with a smaller scale miniature game. you get that kind of commander kind of view of, right, there's a huge fight going on, there's something over there, something over there, and you get to see it. Where once you get to bigger scales, you feel like you're zooming in on individuals or small skirmishing. So I definitely have a new love for that kind of more epic scale of game, and zooming all the way out on the battlefield and seeing what's going on. So this is one. This is the resin. Let me see if I can get the names of these things, so I can probably be a bit more informative, because that's what you want to know, right? So this is the Kongo class heavy battleship, and it is in a resin. So highly recommend you give this a bit of a wash before you try and put a primer or paint down on it. Super easy to do. You know, grab a toothbrush, grab some soapy water, and just give it a good old scrub down. Because there will be probably release agent on this, which is what gets it out of the molds once it's been used. So yeah, give it a soapy wash. No problem at all. Don't go super hot. Just warm water will be fine to brush all that off there. But that is a cool looking ship. Now it does have these kind of connection points here, and that will be because in here there will be different gun attachments, and that's where you can customize your ship how you want. There'll be options for what you want to add onto here, and yeah, you can sort of do what you want, really. The box does show you, if I look on the back of the box, it does actually show you probably what it recommends you using, and they are plastic components. So this model will be a mixture of resin and plastic. But yeah, you can see all the other stuff in here as well. Maybe I should have shown this at the beginning, but this is essentially what is in the box. The Kongo class heavy battleship, 2 cruisers, 4 Kyoto class frigates, 4 automata, 4 Chita automata, which is the D's, which is these things. And then 2 torpedo tokens. But yeah, pretty cool looking stuff. So that is an awesome looking ship, and will paint up lovely. So there's the chunk of resin. But the rest of it is in this kind of new plastic for these guys. So this is what they seem to be doing now, is swapping out a lot of the old resin stuff for plastic, which is more common you'd expect to see, with other miniature games out there. I do love the resin. I do think War Cradle, certainly with Wild West Exodus, I love their resin miniatures are lovely, really nice, really feel great, got a good weight to them. I understand lots of people obviously going towards the plastic, but there is something to be said still for metal miniatures and resin miniatures. I hope they don't completely disappear, and I'm glad to see that the big one, the main ship is in that resin. So yeah, I mean, I'll try and give a bit of a closer look on these. You can see all of the different turret options that are out there, the different hulls and deckings of the ships. This is that, or maybe they're like little planes actually, like little drones rather than torpedoes. I know with some of the ones you get tokens that are more torpedo, but these look like these are little drone ships. They might be little, they might be in the actual sea. I think they are, because you can see where they've made a space. But maybe you sort of fire them off into the water and they go and do, damage to somebody. But nice details right down to where you can see the planks on the actual ship decks. You've got all the little gun turrets, and they're nicely detailed as well. Yeah, this is those. What were these called? The automata. So yeah, they look very interesting. Almost like squid type ships that they sort of fire off maybe, and they go off and cause all sorts of trouble. But yeah, I mean, they look really nice, and we'll give them a build, and we'll pop them together, and we'll take a look. The other sprue is exactly the same. So, like I say, there's enough there to build. How many ships are there in total? Let's have a count. So you get, obviously the cruiser, that's 1. Sorry, yeah, the heavy battleships, that's 1. 2 cruisers, so that's 3. And it says that it can be built as different options. Now, these options currently mean nothing to me, but they can be built as the yeah. I won't even try and pronounce half of these things, but it looks like there's a nice bunch of options. And again, there's no instructions in the box. War Cradle don't tend to put the build instructions in the box, but go to the Dystopian Wars website, find your faction. Not only will the faction cards be on there, but also the build instructions and all of that stuff. So everything you need is on the website. and they're pretty intuitive. You shouldn't struggle, and obviously you've got the picture on the back of the box for you to look at. But yeah, head to the website and find the information you need. So what did I say? So it's 3, and then 4 of these, so that's 7. 4 of these, so that's 11, and then 2 of those. So you've got 13 units within this battle fleet set. So I'm pretty sure it's a good place to start if you're into the Empire and you want the Kongo battle set. They've painted it, or the color, the diagram shows it in like a really cool sort of green and red. It's got that oriental feel to it for the Empire. Yeah, but obviously they're your models. Paint them how you want. Go crazy. Go stealthy. You know, if you want these guys to be sneaking in, maybe do them in dark colors to not be seen. Maybe you blend them into the sea so they're camouflaged. Or maybe you go outlandish with reds and golds and greens, as you've done, and go very oriental in the way that you do them. Yeah, you know, your models, you do as you please. I do that. That's how I tend to go. I just get a feeling for what I want to paint, and then I just go with it, you know, and hopefully get a result at the end. But yeah, that's it. This is the Kongo set for this game, Dystopian Wars, the naval epic ship battle game in a currently undetermined size, but it's definitely not 28 mil and it's definitely not 15 mil. It's another mil, but that's not hugely important. It's a cracking looking set, and I can't wait to sort of get this and the other faction I have, which I will do on video, no spoilers, about those as well, which I actually got through a trade with a friend, so that didn't come from on tabletop in the same way. So yeah, there we go. The Dystopian Total Wars Kongo Battlefleet set available. You can pre-order it. Fill your boots if you wish. And yeah, by all means, go over to ontabletop.com and get involved with the community there. It's a really good one. So yeah, appreciate them sending this to me, and I will be getting some paint on it soon. All right, well, thank you very much for joining. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscription. That'd be awesome. More and more hobby stuff on the channel and all sorts of other things as well. And I will speak to you soon. All right, thanks very much. Bye bye.